Capricorn, hi, welcome to your read for the first week of November. These are general reads, so they may not resonate for everybody. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you'd like a personal read, or if you'd like astrology birth chart, or astrology with your tarot, reach out to me on Instagram through DM request, and I'll get back to you with the details you need to know. This week we're going to be doing past, present, future. I will not have an oracle card at the end of the read. I will be clarifying with the tarot, however, this time. As most of you know, I don't usually clarify because I think that's a job for my intuition, but we're going to try to work on breaking cycles that you keep repeating this week, and I feel like the clarifiers do a better job at that. So we will use clarifiers this week. Okay, Cappy, let's get ready for your read. Okay, the energy for the read is Five of Swords. Ultimate, powerful conflict. There's a conflict going on. And this could just be a conflict going on inside of you, because I think this card is really telling me with my intuition that this conflict is inside of you. We'll see here. The Queen of Wands with the Nine of Swords and the Page of Cups in the past, you could have received some sort of communication from somebody or something, and maybe it wasn't so pleasant. It could be dealing with somebody that you were very attracted to, and maybe somebody that as well, maybe somebody immature as well. There's a strong sense of some attractiveness with immaturity. There's also the sense that maybe the Cappy was you weren't afraid to approach somebody in a situation of love. And I feel that you got stuck in your head at some point when, that probably failed here. In the present energy, you have the Magician, the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. You're ready to take anything on. That makes sense, right? After situations that don't connect with love or jobs or friends, I feel like the Cappy's in a good space now. Especially of December of last year, I feel like you're in a very good space where you're able to manifest these Ten of Cups. And you're up for a challenge with the Seven of Wands, meaning you're willing to take some action here. For the future energies, you have the Hermit, the Page of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. So yeah, there is a sense that you will be going into your head here and trying to figure out what those answers are before you communicate to people. Or maybe there's somebody arised in your space here when it comes to love and you're too afraid to communicate. There's a sense of this repeating from the past, but you're in your head because you don't want to do it. Now, just because something didn't work out in the past the way I see it doesn't mean that I'm not going to try, because then you're not really manifesting anything. This isn't going to resonate for all the Capricorns. Like I say in all my reads, there's 2-3 different sets of Capricorns watching this usually. Okay, so let's apply this to the single Capricorn that likes somebody and they want to approach them. Okay, you are in your head at this time with this Eight of Swords. You're in your head about doing it again because you don't want to be rejected. You don't want to be burned. I see that. For the other set of Capricorns, this is you just taking a step back, and I think it's a time of reflection. And maybe you thinking that you won't be able to achieve whatever it is here in your dream space, especially according to work or friends. Let's clarify here. This Queen of Wands first. This lovely Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is my favorite card, Cappy. Did you guys know that? You guys should know that. I'm a Leo. I particularly like the Queen of Wands because she has that black cat. And I have a black cat. And I'm a Leo. And I'm not afraid of taking risk when it comes to my love life, when it comes to my work situation, when it comes to the places I live. Cappy, maybe that's the advice here, is with that Five of Swords, is the ultimate conflict isn't with you. And I hate to end your read like that, but we'll figure out what it means for you here. With this Queen of Wands. So let's see here with this Queen of Wands is the Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords again, and then the Sun. You could have been trying to approach a Leo here in your past, you know, and maybe they just weren't into you or that type thing. I feel like they kind of cut that off and that puts you in your head. This person wants to go towards their happiness though, and you can't blame them that, you know, we're not all the chosen one, right? And just because someone decides not to put us in their space doesn't make them a bad person. And I don't see this person, not just because they're showing up as Queen of Wands and I favor her, right? I'm just saying that some people, they see their world in a different way. And sometimes we don't fit in that, right? Sometimes it's just not the right timing. Watch the Taurus read if you want to know about timing. For this Nine of Swords is Four of Coins, the Fool, and the Seven of Swords. I feel like you were really trying to take a leap of faith into something here, and because you held on to this energy of that's your person, you were going to go for it, and instead I feel like you got kind of like caught up in something here. Wasn't too good. Let's see here with this Page of Cups. Yeah, this was you failing, and it was you having a small victory in failure. Because you were approaching a situation where you were rejected or you knew the odds were against you. You also have the Star and the Moon here with this Six of Wands, with this Page of Cup, right? So you didn't know about a situation, but you had hope for it. And you went through with it, and I think you were victorious because that taught you something. The universe was teaching you something about going towards things. I'm going to take those. See with this Magician here. Six of Coins, the Strength, and the King of Swords. Yeah, like this manifestation is actually you just balancing your finances. This is you being strong and trying to plan out a future for yourself. And how you want your ultimate love situation to end up, you know. That was a good thing that when you failed here, or whatever came crashing down here violently, that's good that it sent you into this space, because now you know where emotional fulfillment's coming from. The only thing is that I see in the future here, we're kind of taking a step back. In this Ten of Cups is the Two of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Hierophant. Yeah, you never want to reenact the past situation. It's just kind of repeating itself here with the Hierophant. You want a situation for the long haul. Very Saturnian, very Taurus. You want to see what you plant, your seeds that you plant grow, so that, and that takes time. That's very Saturnian. You want something to grow for you here. And with that Seven of Wands there, the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, and the Three of Swords. It landed reversed, this Three of Swords. I want to leave it reversed because that's a pretty tough card, but if we leave it reversed, that means that's you taking out your cards, but your swords out of your heart there. And it's a temporary card, right? So it was a temporary hurting that maybe you're still kind of dealing with, and that's kind of a past thing. But here, because you go back into this hermit mode of Page of Wands and Eight of Swords, I see something new showing up for you, but because you're hurt, maybe you're not trying to communicate those situations here. Let me see here with this Virgo. You have a Virgo in your vicinity, Capricorn? You might be dealing with a future Virgo, or Taurus, Maybe another earth sign. Two of coins, the hermit, and the page of swords. You have again the hermit clarifying the hermit. So you could definitely be dealing with sending messages to somebody, or you wanting to, but instead it's just you trying to balance the energies and make sure it's balanced before you proceed. Okay, so the way I see this is for two sets of copies, right? Some of you are testing the water to see if it's gonna pan out into anything, so you don't get hurt again. I see you. I know what you're doing. Some of you are just not dealing with it and going into your head about that. Let's see what this Page of Wands wants to say here. I feel like some of you are going to go towards it. Some of you are just saying, you know, I look better on my own and it's just not worth approaching it. Is it though? What's the worst that can happen? You get rejected again and then you go back into the space of, you know, working on yourself. Is that the worst that can happen? I think that's, at least you can go to sleep at night because you have those Nine of Swords all over at the beginning of the read. You're being defensive and trying to look good and just leaving people out of your space because you realize it's a lot of work and no result. Okay. And this Eight of Swords. High Priestess, Two of Wands, and the Magician. Yeah, you can make yourself out of this. You can get yourself out of this when you realize you're connecting to improving yourself. And as you improve yourself, that improves the people that come into your space. But you're still stuck in your head in the past about it. You can manifest things. And High Priestess and Magician, I mean, and the Two of Wands between that, is just you really manifesting where you want to put your world in. But I feel like it's the universe kind of shaking you as well, pulling you and saying, hey, look, you've been doing this work for quite a while. I think it's time for you to try to start something here, manifest something new. But if you don't move necessarily, especially, you know, I only see one person in this read really, and I feel like it's you. And see that Five of Swords? So yeah. There's a real beautiful lesson for you here, Cappy. You ready? This Five of Swords, this conflict inside of you, it's brought to you by the universe. Why is that? Well, this Four of Cups here, through a rejection, through a hard rejection, you were forced to move forward. You were nudged because you weren't moving before. And you were first forced to move forward, not in relationships, but in your physical world, who you are. And you're being forced forward in that physical world because it's not your timing for that relationship that you see here, that you do want and you know you're gonna get. And the universe has it planned for you here with this Six of Cups. There's a soulmate on the horizon for you, but it comes with you doing the hard work on yourself. And even though you keep getting rejected, or you feel like everyone just keeps saying no, or they don't want to mesh with me or connect with me, keep going. Take those risks with that Queen of Wands at the beginning of the read. There's a reason I kept talking about her as my favorite card to you while I was shuffling. She takes risk in love. And if you're not taking a risk in love, I feel like that you might be missing out on something nice. I think you guys should take the advice of taking a risk and coming out of that internal conflict, because there's something beautiful for you at the end of this read. And that comes with you moving forward. So I'll talk to you guys again next week. I'll see you, Cappy. Bye.